Get ready to hear the shocking story of a notorious Kinahan Cartel hitman who has been released from prison after 17 long years. But what's even more astonishing is that he's reportedly back in the game, and some believe he's already taken out a hit. So how did he get out, and who is he targeting now? The answer may surprise you. Stay tuned to discover the incredible tale of this infamous criminal and the impact he's having on the world of organized crime. Here we begin. Fat Freddie Thompson, whose real name is Frederick Thompson, is a notorious Irish criminal who has been involved in organized crime in Dublin for many years. He was a leading member of the so-called Westies gang, which was involved in drug trafficking, extortion, and other criminal activities. Thompson has been involved in several high-profile incidents, including a pub brawl in 2013 that resulted in him being sentenced to 20 months for violent disorder. He was also linked to the murder of David Byrne at the Regency Hotel in Dublin in 2016, which was part of an ongoing gangland feud between the Kinahan Cartel and the Hutch Gang. In August 2018, Thompson was sentenced to 20 years in prison for his involvement in the murder of David Douglas, a former associate of the Hutch Gang. The court found that Thompson had ordered the killing and was carried out as part of a wider gang feud. Thompson's criminal activities have earned him a reputation as one of Ireland's most dangerous and notorious criminals. However, despite his imprisonment, his influence over organized crime in Dublin is believed to persist, and he remains a figure of interest to law enforcement agencies. Frederick Fat Freddie Thompson was born in 1980 and grew up in Dublin, Ireland. He gained notoriety as a member of the so-called Westies gang, which was based in the city's west side and was involved in drug trafficking, extortion, and other criminal activities. Thompson quickly rose through the gang's ranks and became one of its leaders. Thompson's criminal activities brought him into conflict with other gangs in Dublin, particularly the Hutch Gang, which was also involved in organized crime. This rivalry eventually erupted into a violent feud, which claimed dozens of lives in the city and has been ongoing for several years. Thompson was linked to several high-profile incidents during the gangland feud, including the murder of David Byrne at the Regency Hotel in 2016. He was also arrested and charged with the murder of David Douglas in 2016 and was ultimately convicted and sentenced to 20 years in prison for his involvement. Man's reputation as a dangerous criminal. Thompson's reputation as a dangerous criminal has earned him widespread notoriety in Ireland and beyond. He is believed to have wielded significant power and influence within the criminal underworld in Dublin, and his imprisonment has not put an end to the gangland feud in which he was involved. Thompson's criminal history goes back to the 1990s, when he began getting involved in petty crime in Dublin. He eventually became associated with the Westies gang, which had a reputation for being particularly violent and ruthless in its criminal activities. In addition to his involvement in the gangland feud between the Kinahan Cartel and the Hutch Gang, Thompson has been linked to numerous other criminal activities, including drug trafficking, extortion, and money laundering. He has been the subject of numerous police investigations over the years and has been arrested and charged with various offenses on multiple occasions. Despite his reputation as a violent criminal, Thompson has also been known to enjoy a lavish lifestyle, with a taste for designer clothing, luxury cars, and expensive jewelry. His flamboyant lifestyle and reputation as a powerful crime figure have earned him significant notoriety in Ireland and beyond. However, Thompson's criminal activities have also come with significant consequences. He has spent much of his adult life in and out of prison and has been convicted of multiple offenses over the years. His involvement in the gangland feud has also resulted in many deaths and injuries in Dublin and has contributed to a climate of fear and violence in the city. Thompson's criminal activities have made him a target for law enforcement and rival criminal gangs. In 2014, he was shot and wounded in an attempted assassination outside a pub in Dublin. In 2018, he narrowly escaped another assassination attempt when gunmen fired shots at him outside his home in Dublin. Thompson's involvement in the gangland feud between the Kinahan Cartel and the Hutch Gang has had wider repercussions for Dublin. The feud has resulted in a significant increase in violent crime and has caused widespread fear and disruption in many neighborhoods. The Irish government has implemented several measures to address the issue, including increased police presence and a crackdown on gang activity. Despite his imprisonment, Thompson is believed to still wield some influence over criminal activity in Dublin. His status as a high-profile criminal figure has also made him the subject of considerable media attention in Ireland and beyond, with his name often appearing in headlines related to organized crime. Overall, Thompson's criminal history and involvement in the gangland feud have left a significant mark on Dublin and have contributed to a broader issue of organized crime in Ireland. Are his crimes really terrifying? Fat Freddie Thompson has been linked to numerous criminal activities over the years, including drug trafficking, extortion, and money laundering. Some of the specific crimes he has been charged with or convicted of include murder. In 2018, Thompson was convicted of the murder of David Douglas, a former associate of the Hutch Gang. The court found that Thompson had ordered the killing and that it was carried out as part of a wider gang feud. Violent disorder. In 2013, Thompson was sentenced to 20 months in prison for his involvement in a pub brawl that broke out in Dublin. He was convicted of violent disorder along with several other men. Drug trafficking. Thomas has been linked to drug trafficking in Dublin and has been arrested and charged with drug-related offenses on multiple occasions. Money laundering. Thompson has also been linked to money laundering and has been the subject of numerous investigations into financial crimes. Overall, Thompson's criminal history spans several decades and is characterized by various violent and non-violent offenses. His involvement in organized crime has made him a notorious figure in Ireland, and his actions have contributed to the ongoing problem of gang violence in Dublin. Thompson has been described as a career criminal by law enforcement officials in Ireland and is believed to have been involved in organized crime for much of his adult life. He has been linked to numerous high-profile incidents in Dublin, including the Regency Hotel shooting in 2016, which was part of the ongoing gangland feud between the Kinahan Cartel and the Hutch Gang. Thompson's criminal activities have also brought him into conflict with law enforcement, and he has been arrested and charged with various offenses on multiple occasions. In addition to his 20-year prison sentence for the murder of David Douglas, he has also been convicted of other crimes, including drug trafficking and money laundering. Despite his imprisonment, Thompson's influence over organized crime in Dublin is believed to persist, and he remains a figure of interest to law enforcement agencies. His involvement in the gangland feud has contributed to a climate of fear and violence in the city, and has highlighted the ongoing problem of organized crime in Ireland. Thompson's story is just one example of the challenges faced by law enforcement in combating organized crime. While significant progress has been made in recent years, criminal organizations like the Kinahan Cartel and the Hutch Gang pose a significant threat to public safety and security. Much work remains to be done to address this issue. Thompson's criminal activities have been a source of ongoing concern in Dublin, where he has been linked to organized crime for much of his adult life. He gained notoriety as a member of the so-called Westies Gang, which was based in the city's west side, and was involved in drug trafficking, extortion, and other criminal activities. His involvement in the long feud. Thompson's involvement in the gangland feud between the Kinahan Cartel and the Hutch Gang has been one of the most high-profile aspects of his criminal career. The feud has resulted in dozens of deaths and injuries in Dublin and has contributed to a climate of fear and violence in the city. Thompson's role in the feud has included ordering violent attacks on rival gang members, as well as providing logistical support and other assistance to members of his own gang. His reputation as a ruthless criminal figure has earned him a significant amount of power and influence within the criminal underworld in Dublin, and his imprisonment has not put an end to the ongoing gang violence in the city. Thompson's criminal activities have also brought him into conflict with law enforcement, and he has been the subject of numerous police investigations and arrests over the years. Despite this, he has continued to operate as a powerful criminal figure in Dublin, and his actions have significantly impacted the safety and security of the city's residents. What do you think of the situation? Comment below and subscribe for more. See you in the next video.